Many people today claim they have the ability to see the future, but often their predictions are either unclear or hard to trust. However, one name stands out as different: Michel de Nostradamus, more commonly known as Nostradamus. He lived in the 16th century in France and was not only a doctor and pharmacist but also a famous astrologer. Nostradamus wrote a book filled with mysterious 4-line poems called Quatrains. These quatrains are believed by many to predict major world events such as wars, the rise and fall of powerful empires, natural disasters like earthquakes and floods, and even the end of the world. Nostradamus is still famous today because some of his predictions have turned out to be surprisingly accurate. For example, people believe that he predicted the French Revolution, the rise of Adolf Hitler, and even the 9/11 attacks. However, many of his predictions are open to interpretation, which means people have different opinions about what they mean. Some of his prophecies haven't happened yet, while others seem to match events that already took place. But what does Nostradamus say about the future? Specifically, what does he predict for the year 2024? In this video, we will take a closer look at 10 of his prophecies that could possibly come true in 2024. We will discuss what these predictions mean and how they might impact people and the world. Will we see new global conflicts, unexpected natural disasters, or changes in political power? Could Nostradamus be warning us about economic crises or even events that change the environment? As we explore these prophecies, we will also consider how accurate Nostradamus's past predictions have been and whether his words should still be taken seriously today. Some believe he had a special insight into future events, while others think his quatrains are so vague that they can be interpreted in many different ways. No matter what you believe, Nostradamus continues to be a fascinating figure, and his predictions for 2024 may give us something to think about as we look ahead to the future. A new pope. One of Nostradamus's mysterious predictions is that a new pope will rise in 2024. Pope Francis, the current leader of the Catholic Church, is in his late 80s and has had health issues, so some believe he may pass away or retire in 2024. If that happens, a new pope will be chosen. Nostradamus wrote that a Roman of good age will be chosen through the death of a very old pontiff. He predicts that the new pope will lose some of his power and stay in office for a long time. While some think the church may need a younger, more energetic pope, the phrase "he will weaken his seat" is unclear. It could mean that the church will become less powerful or that a big scandal will hurt its reputation. Nostradamus also said, "He will not be the chosen Roman pontiff, he will not be heard near or far," which may mean the new pope will face opposition from both inside and outside the church. Another part of the prophecy mentions a dark-skinned child supported by a powerful leader, possibly suggesting that the new pope could be an Asian or African cardinal. This would be a significant change for a church that has been led by Europeans for centuries. Germany's political turmoil in 2024. A possible interpretation of Nostradamus's predictions suggests that Germany might face political unrest. He mentions a black eagle, which could symbolize Germany, and hints at a big change in power or the rise of a new charismatic leader replacing the current ones. This could refer to a young or inexperienced political figure who surprises everyone, both experts and voters, by exceeding expectations. If this comes true, it could mark a major turning point in Germany's political history, with effects on Europe and beyond. The new leadership may also cause divisions in society, leading to debates about Germany's future direction among both supporters and critics. Crime war between China and the United States. One of Nostradamus's most chilling predictions is the possibility of a war between China and the United States. Although these two superpowers have not reached the point of direct conflict yet, tensions have been rising steadily. Nostradamus's prophecy from Le Prophète, 1555, foretells a devastating naval war in 2024, one that would trigger widespread fear and uncertainty across the seas. He references a red opponent, which many believe could represent China, a nation traditionally associated with the color red. In the prophecy, this red opponent is described as turning pale and trembling, suggesting that even the powerful could experience fear or defeat in the face of this conflict. One interesting connection drawn by some interpreters of Nostradamus's work is the name of Chinese President Xi Jinping. When reversed, the name Xi Jinping phonetically resembles Mao, invoking the memory of Mao Zedong, the founder of the People's Republic of China. Some even link this to the figure Mabus from Nostradamus's earlier prophecies, who is seen as a symbol of chaos or destruction. Whether this connection is purely symbolic or hints at something deeper, it has led to speculation that a major conflict involving China could be on the horizon. One of the main flashpoints that could lead to this confrontation is the issue of Taiwan. China claims Taiwan as part of its territory and has increased military drills and aggressive rhetoric in recent years, threatening to use force if necessary to bring the island under its control. On the other hand, the United States supports Taiwan as a democratic state and has pledged to defend it. The US has supplied Taiwan with billions of dollars in military equipment to strengthen its defenses. Given the high stakes on both sides, even a small miscalculation or provocation could escalate into a serious military conflict. Aside from military tensions, the ongoing trade war between China and the United States has also strained relations. For years, the two nations have imposed tariffs and restrictions on each other's goods, affecting key sectors such as energy, technology, and agriculture. This economic conflict has caused significant damage to both countries' economies and heightened mistrust. Despite several rounds of negotiations, the trade war remains unresolved and the economic strain could potentially lead to more hostile interactions. The final factor that could push China and the United States into conflict is their battle for global dominance. Both nations are competing fiercely in areas like technology, security, and human rights, with each seeking to establish itself as the world's leading power. This rivalry extends into advanced fields such as artificial intelligence, AI, cyber warfare, space exploration, and nuclear weapons. With both countries striving for supremacy in these areas, their competition could further fuel the potential for conflict. If Nostradamus's prediction proves accurate, the clash between China and the United States would not only devastate both nations, but also have profound implications for global security and the balance of power. Such a conflict could reshape international alliances, destabilize economies, and create long-lasting geopolitical upheaval. Despite President Joe Biden's attempts to improve relations with China in 2023, there are still many sensitive issues. In November, he met with Chinese President Xi Jinping to discuss topics like fentanyl, Taiwan, and climate change. However, tensions were still high, and no significant agreements were reached. The meeting was affected by accusations of attacks, human rights violations, spying, and sabotage, making it seem more like a strategy than a genuine effort to resolve conflicts. If Nostradamus is right, we could see a serious conflict between China and the United States in 2024. China will rule the globe. Over the past few decades, China has experienced remarkable growth in both its military capabilities and its economy. This growth shows no signs of slowing down, especially as the world becomes increasingly interconnected through trade, technology, and communication. Today, China stands as the second largest economy in the world, rapidly expanding its influence across various domains, including politics, culture, and technology. One of China's significant advancements has been in the field of science and technology. The country has built the largest radio telescope in the world, which allows scientists to explore the universe in greater detail than ever before. Additionally, China successfully launched the first quantum satellite, a groundbreaking achievement in secure communication and quantum computing. These accomplishments demonstrate China's commitment to innovation and its desire to be at the forefront of scientific research. Culturally, China is also making a substantial impact globally. The country has become a powerhouse in entertainment, producing the most popular mobile apps and boasting the largest film industry in the world. Chinese films are gaining international recognition, and its entertainment content is widely consumed across different cultures, further enhancing its soft power on the global stage. Nostradamus, the famous 16th century, foresaw that China would rise to become the world's preeminent power, eventually surpassing the United States. This prediction raises questions about how such a shift could transform the global order. As China strengthens its position in trade, diplomacy, and security, we may witness significant changes in international relationships and power dynamics. However, the implications of China's rise are complex. While some hope that this growth could lead to global peace through cooperation and shared interests, others fear it may result in increased tensions or even conflict. Nostradamus warned, "The empire of the great city will not agree with the corrupt practices of the great leopard." Many interpretations suggest that the great leopard symbolizes China, while the great city represents the United States. This suggests a clash between these two powers driven by differing values and practices. Additionally, Nostradamus mentioned that its armies united through the east will force him to face a purple-red enemy. Some speculate that this could refer to a coalition of Eastern nations coming together to challenge Western dominance, specifically that of the United States. Interestingly, some interpretations of this prophecy suggest it might be a humorous reference to a popular Chinese drink, leopard tea milk, highlighting the various ways Nostradamus's words can be interpreted. In conclusion, while the exact path of China's rise remains uncertain, one thing is clear. It is on a trajectory toward becoming a dominant global force. How this transformation will affect the world, whether it will lead to cooperation or conflict, remains to be seen. As nations navigate this changing landscape, the future of global politics may hinge on how the United States and China manage their relationship in the years to come. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time and support. Remember to share, like, and subscribe to show your support. I'll see you tomorrow back here on YouTube. Take care.